It's 11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
All right, welcome to the Daily Gun Show. Today we are minus one G-Webs. He may possibly be able to make it in here a little bit later, but that's kind of an unknown. Z will be popping in a little bit later at his usual time. But today we have, of course, Biker Bob and Smeggy joining us. And today we're going to cover in our CCW section, daily carry items. And then from there we'll go on to entertainment and top 10 bad guy guns. So that's guns that the bad guy holds. Of course, Wednesday, always being tactical quiz day, is going to get postponed. So I'm not sure if G-Webs is going to hold it tomorrow or whether it will simply go to next Wednesday, but tune in tomorrow to get that information. And of course, we always have our regular segments that we do every day. And today is show 273. Well, that's a lot of shows.
That is a lot of shows.
So today, before we start, anything new in the news or new in the world?
London had another terror attack.
Now, granted, we can all make assumptions, but that doesn't give anybody anything. Do we have any hard facts to go with that yet?
So far, they think it's only the one attacker. He was killed in the attack. Killed 3 people, ran some down with his car, stabbed a policeman right outside the Parliament buildings, and then was shot by an armed officer. So pretty bad. They've just started letting people out of the Parliament. I guess they've been in there for hours on lockdown, but yeah, it's not good. It's typical, you know.
Yeah.
No gun, but hey, killed lots of people.
And for those of you watching, you may see that both Smeggy and I have the same thumbnails today. We're doing a little test of the Daily Gun Show account as far as the controls are available. So that this is a one-day only kind of a thing. So
they just like that logo, which I
well, it is a pretty cool logo. You can't deny that.
Yeah. The guy that came up with it is definitely creative. I like that.
Yeah.
Short, succinct, and to the point.
I don't know. I think the logo's kind of hit or miss.
Maggie,
Boy,
shameless.
Another shameless plug. Does it ever end?
Tuesday night, 7 o'clock.
Exactly.
But anyways, going back to the attack though, there, the only thing that I've heard for sure, and granted, I'll admit I try and avoid this stuff when it first starts happening, because they like to just speculate on all sorts of stuff. But preliminary numbers, I heard it's 10 people injured, 4 people killed, including the attacker. So technically only 3 people killed, because I don't like to count the attacker because they're worthless monsters or whatever. So that's, so far those are the numbers. I guess it was one cop was killed and 3 cops were injured, and then so all the other injuries and deaths were civilians, I guess.
Yeah, he started running people down on a bridge. So there were people getting tossed into the Thames River, which is, if you know anything about that river, that would be pretty disgusting. I suppose better getting run over by a car though. But yeah, pretty horrendous. I mean, just yeah. Well, it's just the world these days.
Yeah. Anything out of Washington or anything gun rights related?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I mean, is the Supreme Court guy still going through his hearings? I know he was the last couple days. I don't know if they do hearings for a while, then they think about it for a little bit, then they do something, or is it right away? I don't really know.
Yeah, I know he was late until yesterday because I saw some outtakes of it last night.
So, anyways, I'll just reiterate the stuff I saw from the other day was that I did like his answer to Feinstein when she was like, but we want to know what's your like personal opinion that you'll, interject into all of your rulings. And he's like, that's not how it works. I'm supposed to follow the law. So that's what I'm going to do.
Exactly. And that was the perfect answer to the question, to pretty much 99% of the questions.
That, and I have to admit, there was one thing I saw today. I think it came from the other day, but one of the people asked him, like, he got a text message from his teenager, like his teenage son, and said, ask him this question. So he asked him, and I think this would be a good, although it's not quite good idea, bad idea, it's a good option A versus option B idea. And that is, would you rather be attacked by 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck? Don't answer now, but I think we should put it in the show notes. I just haven't done it yet.
Right.
And he basically just laughed and said, well, I'm not normally speechless, but you got me on that one. And everyone kind of, it kind of lightened the mood a little bit. And then they went back into, regular questions.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be a good question for.
I have to say, I argued with a guy at work, and I took both positions in a very short amount of time. I took one position, then I got talked into the other one, then I kind of talked myself back into the first one, and I still don't know where I stand. I'm still open to evidence on that. So that would be an interesting discussion.
Well, why don't we go ahead and start the show?
All
and our first section here under concealed carry, we have daily carry items. I'm not sure if that's asking us what is our EDC, what is our ideal EDC, or just simply things we take about in everyday life, whether they're carry related or not, but we always have them with us.
That's good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and I think those types of things count as carry items. I mean, I know everyone's going to say, well, a gun. I think that's, yep, you should carry a gun. That's a good thing. And then all the standards, right? I mean, I carry a wallet, I carry my keys, I got my phone and a money clip. I don't like having money in my wallet. I'd like having it separate. But then other than that, I always have a flashlight on me. And personally, I carry a cheap flashlight. It's one of those little Cree, you get them on Amazon for $3 or something. Like, I know it's a Chinese piece of crap. I've had it, a couple, whatever. If it breaks, I'll get a new one. Like, I have a couple of them in my house, and I have one that I always carry with me, and it still works. It's been doing fine.
And I have and I carry it because it fits in what would be normally a pen holder in my vest. It's a Streamlight ProTac, and it takes 2 AA batteries. And I've had it. I use it every evening I work, and I haven't replaced the battery in 9 months. So I've used it a number of times too, beyond just for work as well. So yeah, flashlight to me is kind of those, you never know when you need it, but when you need it, you're darn glad you have it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, I got a flashlight on my phone, which is, yeah, okay. And they can be a decent light. It burns your battery down like crazy.
Right. That, and if you really need a flashlight quickly, and that's not even, a lot of people, okay, we're going to be in like being attacked mode or something, but there are a lot of times at night, let's say you drop something and it starts rolling away, you want to get a flashlight on that as quick as possible because you want to see where it went. You want to, figure out what's up, or, a rat runs into your leg or something. You want to see that thing quick. Do you really want to like type in your code and then swipe to the screen that has the flashlight app and then wait for that to come up? And sometimes it has like an ad before the flashlight turns on or whatever. Like, it just depends on which one you have. Or do you want to pull a thing out of your pocket, hit a button, and it's on? It's much faster.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. And I'm a lot like you, Smeggy. I carry a cheap ass LED that takes like 3 AAAs, but it works fine. It's fairly bright. It's got a good field of vision. So, but I've got flashlights everywhere, right? Because I live in the camper, so you never know when you're going to lose power. So they're clipped above the door. They're in the truck. I got a flashlight fetish.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing. I wouldn't mind getting a nice one. It's just, for me, I'm kind of like picky on the size, and that Cree is like the perfect size for me. It's 1 AA. It's not the brightest thing in the world, but it works. And it's just like the perfect size to have inside my pocket. It doesn't get in the way. I have a bigger one that I carry with at work, like when I'm out in the field. But I wear cargo pants when I'm there. So, and those have like it's almost like a flashlight pocket on the side. And so I have a bigger one for that because it just fits in that side pocket. I wouldn't be able to clip that in my regular like jeans pocket. It's too big. But yeah, I got one in my work backpack. I got one in my car. I got dozens of them scattered around my house. Just some of them sitting on tables, some of them in drawers, like anywhere.
Yeah, and I've also gotten into the habit of, because I use mine so frequently for what I do for work, that every day before I go out, I test my flashlight to make sure the batteries are still good to go. And that's a mistake I think some people make, who bring a flashlight but literally never check to see if the batteries still have enough juice. Yet all they see is they have a flashlight, so they think they're covered, and when they need it, it may not.
Yeah, that happened to me the other day, actually. I don't know if necessarily the battery was dead, but my flashlight wasn't working. So I went to go change out the battery when I got home, and it was like all corroded inside there. So I just threw that battery out, put a new one in, and it worked. So
right, and that's that's a pro and con of, do you want a nicer battery or do you want to stick with the cheapos? Because if you do get acid corrosion in a cheapo light, well, you don't care. You throw it away, and you either get a free one from Harbor Freight or you pay $1. To get one of those El Cheapo ones. But on the other hand, having a nice flashlight gives it other abilities that a cheap one may not necessarily have.
No, I like Cave Dave's comment out there on YouTube. He carries a firearm, knife, flashlight, condom, and backup condom. And that's probably good, because the one that's in your wallet, I guarantee you, man, it's all dried out and not working right. So those ones you definitely got to make sure you just grab a fresh one the night when you're going out, and if you don't use it, like, put it back. Don't just like keep it in your pocket all day.
Now, another thing that I carry, and I'm curious if you guys do or not, and again, I carry it. It's in the same pocket as my flashlight. Is a Leatherman utility tool, where it's got a knife, it's got all the screwdrivers, it's got everything I might possibly need, all in one thing. And it's not so much the brand as it is, do you have something like that, so that you don't have to worry about having the full tool set? Because most of the time, I don't really need the full set of tools, and they're heavy and they take a lot of space.
Right. Yeah, I have one in my car, and then again, with work stuff, I always keep one in my cargo pocket. I don't carry one with me anymore. I mean, like my day-to-day, like in my blue jeans. I used to have like a real small one. It was, I don't know, like a couple inches long or something. Like it wasn't that big. And I used to carry that. It was actually in my back pocket attached to my wallet chain. So I didn't attach my wallet to the chain. I attached my Leatherman to the chain. But that's what I used to carry, and I've kind of just gotten out of habit of doing that. So, but I mean, I used it at times, so it definitely come in handy.
In fact, I actually carry two. The other one I have is also a Leatherman. It's called a Leatherman Squirt PS4. It's about the length of a key, and actually fits on my keychain and has a pair of pliers and a knife. Now, is the knife real stout? No. But if you need something and you don't have your regular knife with you, yes, it will work. And I like it simply because if I don't happen to have my regular Leatherman with me, this little tiny one will do most jobs. Certainly not all jobs, but most of them. And that's what I really like about these multi-tools.
Yeah, and if you get a bigger one, it's actually a pretty decent tool. Like I got a Gerber, a decent size one. It goes in about the same size pouch as my magazine. So, I just wear it next to the magazine, and just looks like I'm carrying two magazines.
Right. Now, again, I use my flashlight far more than anything else. But it's nice to know that, I have as a utility, as multi-purpose as a utility tool can be. I actually have two of them, a standard size one, and then kind of a miniature one that has all the basics, including the pliers.
So if we beat that subject to death, or
Well,
I got something else.
Number 2 items.
Oh, go ahead, Daniel.
Well, I was just gonna say, is there? Because I've only mentioned things that I carry so far, and I haven't even finished. But what are some of the things that you carry that I may not have mentioned?
Well, I know we didn't mention knife yet, but I think that's kind of a given also.
right?
When does the knife cross with the utility knife that's on a utility tool
Well,
Knife
I
is just
or a
handy.
multi-tool? I mean,
well, I'll say for one, I like the knife I carry, although I use it to, cut tape and rope and whatever else you might need a knife for. I have it more as a self-defense option. And especially if I'm going somewhere where I can't carry a gun, like in the state of Michigan, you can't drink and be carrying. It's like a, zero tolerance type thing. So you can't even have one beer with a burger and then go home. Like, even though you're safe to drive home, you can't be carrying while doing that. So for situations like that, I feel a little more comfortable knowing that I also have that knife with me.
yeah, I guess since at this point in my life, I rarely drink. That situation does not come up. But years ago, I was absolutely in that situation where I would go out on the weekends and have a couple of beers and of course we didn't have concealed carry in my state at that time. But that was our only option.
Yeah, and then something else I carry that I've gotten flack for in the past, but screw it, I like it, and I've been carrying it for a really, really long time. I'll specify that in case for once you hear what it is. I was carrying it before it was cool. I always have a safety pin with me. It is a little stupid little thing that has been useful many, many times.
Okay.
And it has nothing to do with political or anything. It just, like, there was one time my belt broke and my pants would have fallen down if I couldn't have cinched it up and put a safety pin through it. So
I'm not gonna berate that. I was just gonna ask you, as far as what are some of the occasions you had to use it? You mentioned your pants. What are other utility purposes? It has.
I had a zipper tab rip off one time, like the little thing to pull the zipper up and down. So I put the safety pin through that and then was able to do it. What else have I used it for? I don't know, other stuff. I've had ripped clothing, or people I know have had ripped clothing and put a safety pin through to hold straps together or something.
Right. All right, Bob, anything you have that we have not mentioned?
Nope, I'm pretty much about the same. Say multi-tool. I do carry 2 knives. One of them I use as a money clip, like a small lock blade, and then the larger lock blade. But other than that, no, it's kind of like wallet, phone, gun, magazine, spare magazine. But yeah.
Well, that's a good one from out in the chat. Angry American. He carries a Zippo, and that's something too. I mean, I've always had a lighter with me as well, and I know a lot of people aren't smoking anymore and stuff, and so maybe they don't carry lighters around. I've been carrying a lighter and not smoking, so it's like you never know when you need to make fire. So,
and if Davy Crockett could have carried a Bic, he would have. And I'm not joking. But anyway, that's another subject for another time.
Here's a tip though on carrying a Bic lighter. If you get one that's got the plastic wrap on it, that looks like it's got a cover on it, you can take that cover off, and then you've got a translucent lighter that you can actually see how much juice you've still got in it, how much fuel.
How do they come off?
They're just plastic wrappers. You just cut them off with your knife.
Yeah, but some of them are solid colors even underneath the wrap.
Well, they do make solid color. Any of the ones they wrap, they generally put a kind of a translucent. They're made of a translucent white plastic, and I think probably just because it's cheaper, right? They're going to put a wrap on it. Why color it? But every one I've taken apart, I've found that had is translucent, and then you can see how much fluid you've got in it. The other ones tend to run out at really inconvenient times.
Yeah, I never did understand why they didn't leave like maybe 10% of it, where it wouldn't overlap, where you could see a slight section down the side, kind of like a little mirror or a little window that would
Like a
go
little
down the
sight
side.
tube.
Yeah,
Like a fuel gauge.
and of course, the thing that I have not mentioned yet that I do every time I leave my home is I carry, and that is not necessarily true for everyone, but some people carry part-time due to their circumstances. Some people can't carry for other reasons, but I'm in a situation where I can currently, so I do.
Me too,
So-
Dano. Couldn't agree with you.
Yeah, and that's I do when I can.
Yep.
But a lot of times I can't when I'm at work,
Kind of-
and I can't if I'm deciding to go out and have an adult beverage. So those are times I don't. But other than that, yeah,
That's where, if you do have a group of people that are of like-minded when it comes to concealed carry, to have that, that designated driver also be the designated carrier if allowed so in your state.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, if there's someone who's not going to be drinking, if they can still at least be present inside a bar as long as they just
Right.
don't drink, which I think should be everywhere. I mean, it's such a dumb thing to be like, we can't allow people to carry in bars, they'll get drunk and shoot people. It's like, yeah, but the getting drunk and carrying part is the part it's illegal now. So like that's not going to be a problem. Because if you catch
Right.
someone
And then
carrying when they're
what's-
drunk, then they get in trouble. So what's the
Right.
big deal?
So
having a
I think,
designated carry guy.
right.
Good driver
Why
going
don't we go ahead and head on over to our second topic for today, which is the top 10 bad guy guns. But before we do that, we always like to take a break and recognize a Gun Channel's personnel. And today is Harry Henderson. Now, I know Harry has not only been in the text chats over at Gun Channels, he's also been in the online chats. Doesn't necessarily have much, to say, but he's definitely is a presence, and that I've seen for quite some time.
Yeah, he types along quite a bit. A handful of times he's been in like a lobby chat or something that I've seen him. Yeah, he doesn't necessarily talk a lot, but he might type in the side chat or something. But yeah, he's around. He's the little like the what is that, like the little red circle thing or something. I don't know what his icon is, but I don't see him out there right now,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter
Isn't
that I
it
got it
like
wrong.
that red eye, like the eye of Soren or something like that?
It looks something like that. I don't know. It's hard to tell with those little tiny icons, but
Yep.
That's how I know people is from their picture. So here's a tip to all you people who change
I
a
always
picture
remember
every
Harry
other day.
Henderson because
So, Harry Henderson, congratulations. You are the Gun Channel's member of the day.
Oh man, we're making up a whole new thing.
I
That's
always
right.
remember Harry
Isn't here and we're off the rails.
Henderson.
Well, it's okay to have your own style. We don't have to imitate the others around us. Thing, so to speak. And
Well,
speaking
that's
of,
never happened with you.
that's right.
But oh snap!
Get in! The Nazis are coming! The Nazis are coming! Get in the shelter now! They're coming! Get in the shelter now!
Oh, Jesus.
Okay,
Oh, do I get to be Z today?
yes, you do.
Hooray!
So, those of you men and women over on YouTube and those of you over on Gun Channels, put your cursors down in the text box, limber up your fingers. My official watching YouTube today will be Schmeggy. Do you see the question? And more importantly, do you see the answer?
Yep, 42. I got you.
Exactly. And I will be keeping an eye on Gun Channels on that side for the correct answer as well. The question is as follows, and I will read it twice. Thunder Ranch is on approximately how many acres? Thunder Ranch is on approximately how many acres? Come on, Gun Channels.
Come on, YouTube. So do I win a prize if the YouTube side gets it, and you win a prize if the Gun Channel side gets it?
It's not 2,800.
It's not 42. Sorry, Vroomtastic. I was lying. You fell for my trick. Ha ha ha. Oh wait, I'm supposed to be cheering you on.
It's not 26.
No, you guys are still wrong over there too. It's not 680 or 150.
Thunder Ranch. It's not 850.
And remember, you're looking for Dano's answer.
That is correct. Dano's answer.
That is a caveat. Man, these guys think the place 36,200. Holy crap, that would be huge. That'd be so awesome.
Be like its own little country.
It's not 1 billion. It's not 154. It's not 250. Not 1,000.
Come on, YouTube. At least Gun Channels is randomly guessing. You guys have a couple of guesses, but
not more than 2,800.
As in the answer, or he put the question as 2,800 plus, and that is not correct.
It's going to be a long
tick tock,
show.
tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. I wonder where the heck he got that. Because someone posted in there, yeah, Thunder Ranch consists of approximately 36,200 acres. But I wonder where that came from.
Wasn't there some other gun training place that was huge?
Yes.
We did a same question on, yeah.
There was another one that was thousands and thousands of acres. This is not one of those.
I'm about to go to Google and find out.
We may
Tickety-tock, tickety-tock.
We may just have to put this one back in the pile. Sometimes there just ain't a winner.
Well, I tell you what, now granted, it is possible, since I am human, for me to be wrong. Granted, I can't remember that ever happening, but it is possible. I like that sound.
A little squeaky toy.
Yeah, I'm going to hit pause on the tactical pop quiz. So go ahead, stop, tap. Any answers from this point forward will not be considered, even if they're the correct answer. I'm going to go verify that I do indeed have the correct answer. So we'll continue on with the show, and I will jump back in a few minutes. So I'm going to hand the moderator baton over to you, Smeggy, while I go check that out.
All right, Smeggy, what else? Top 10 bad guy guns.
Okay. Yeah, this is our entertainment segment for the week. It says top 10 bad guy guns.
Oh boy.
Okay. What are some bad guy guns?
Well, yeah, the bad guys use almost anything, right? Mac 10s. Bad guys use Mac 10s a lot. Oh, the bad guys use AK-47s a lot, right?
I was gonna say that the AK is probably that's got to be up there because there are a lot of bad guys who use AKs, and the AK is an awesome gun, so that counts as the top 10 for sure.
Let's see what else. Bad guys often use pump shotguns, so do good guys. I'm trying to think of a specific gun that the bad guy.
Yeah, see, I'm so horrible at that. I know, like Z's always really good at that. Oh, in that movie, so and so, yeah, he had a this and a that and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I don't remember, dude. Oh, there we go. Beretta 92 and Steyr AUG. If it's the 80s, yeah. That's a true statement, man. Those are pretty cool guns too.
Well,
I mean, what's cool about the AUG too? If you watch The Walking Dead, the governor, he carried an AUG, and he used his patched eye to look through the scope. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can see through without an eye. What else? He also used it wasn't a Beretta 92. It was a Taurus, wasn't it? It was a Taurus copy of a Beretta 92 or something. I thought. But that's just Walking Dead stuff. Like, I mean, oh man, there's got wait. Oh, that was the Dirty Harry movie. The bad guy used a was it a Browning high power? I think it was. Oh, that's terrible. Bad guy shouldn't.
Bad guys shouldn't be allowed to use Brownings.
No, not at all. That should be just, an automatic extra 10 years on your sentence for dishonoring the greatest gun in the world.
We got Garan's asking, real bad guys or TV movie bad guys? And I would say, considering this is the entertainment section, that we're going with TV movie bad guys.
Well, yeah, TV or movie, yeah.
Desert Eagle from Team America World Police. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds cool. Yeah, this is a very heavily, what do you call it? Like viewer interaction segment, because I'm not doing it justice at all. I've never claimed to remember this kind of crap. This is the type of stuff that goes in one ear, out the other.
Yeah, you and I are the worst for this show, this segment.
Yeah.
Let's pick the two guys who don't know squat about movies.
I'm trying to paste together and fix the tactical pop quiz here. And I cannot find the source of where I got that from. So I'm going to void out that question. And soon as
everyone's a winner.
Project, we will have a do-over on the tactical pop quiz when we're done with this part. So, all right.
Can you think of any bad guy guns, Dano?
Well, as an example, typically in Hollywood tradition, AKs are almost always given to the bad guys. It's almost a must-do in every movie. If it's a bad guy, they must have, even if it's not the main guy, there will be AKs on the bad guy's team.
Yes, yeah. And I think you see Uzis. The bad guys have Uzis, mini Uzis. I've seen lots of those in those gung fu movies.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell because a lot of times, things are shot at dark. Is it an Uzi? Is it a Mac? Because there's not a lot of light. You just see it's a very small submachine gun.
Oh, there's another one, Mac. Mac 10s are used by bad guys a lot because, well, they're one of those evil-looking guns.
The bad guy from Dirty Harry had a Walther P38.
Oh,
he took it from the liquor store owner when he beat him up.
Yeah, that's right. It was P38, wasn't it? Thank God. For a minute there, I thought he'd been using a Browning high power. Whew.
But the Glock used in what was the movie? Because it was the one where they said it was invisible because it could go through airports.
Yeah. Was Die Hard 2. It was the what number did he say? It's the Glock 7 or something. And he's like, it's ceramic and can go through metal detectors and costs more than you make in a month. Yeah, Glock
right.
7.
So it's in that case, it's ironic how we've seen it on both sides. Yet in that movie, it was clearly on the bad guy's side.
Yes, because the good guy used a Beretta. Although he used whatever he could grab from the bad guys as well, which is, the smart thing. I hate watching that in movies where the good guys run out of ammo and there's like 10 bad guys laying around him with fully loaded weapons. Like, really? You can't pick up that AK right there?
Right.
Anyway, yeah, I don't think we're doing this justice, though.
Yeah,
so let's kind of roll on.
I think if we had a full cadre of hosts, because Z is one of his forte, as far as I'm concerned, is gun movies and their ilk. And
I think it's just movies in general. If you ever talk to him about anything, he just seemed to have seen every single movie, and he remembers people's names and the guns they had and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, because he's living in a place where there's just nothing to see, right? So he's just got to sit and watch movies because it's not like he's in paradise or anything. Oh, wait, he is.
Depending on when Z is able to get here, you guys may want to jump back and touch base on this topic later on in the chat. So,
or we could always bump it down to a different week also.
That's true. But depending on how you're doing on time, I'll leave that up to you because I will not be here at that point in time.
Yes.
But,
Well, we'll work something out. No worries.
But let's go ahead and re-jump back into the tactical pop quiz of the day. And I have a revised question with the correct answer.
Oh, shoot. Hang on. You're going to have to wait for me.
I'm hanging. Take your time. Take your time.
Did you put it in the notes there, the new one?
Yes, I did.
All right. Sorry, I have like 20 tabs open.
And by the way, Thunder Ranch is on approximately 2,400 acres.
So everyone that was spamming that was correct, but oh well.
Yeah, I had it incorrect, and I'm willing to admit my foibles.
That's an interesting question there. Okay.
All right.
I got the answer. It is 42.
Right. Exactly.
Fantastic. Remember, I said that.
So I'll be reading the question twice, and the question is as follows. What were the names of Samuel Coates' parents, their first names? What were the first names of Samuel Colt's parents?
I was going to say Colt or Coates. Would that be Windbreaker?
I'm not sure about Colt.
You put them in the same line.
Yes, they must come in at the same time. We are not doing work for you to see if you said half the answer than the other half.
Oh, I forgot my little tic-tac timer.
Mary and Jesus. No, that's not the answer. And it would have been a little funnier if you went with Mary and Joseph.
And yes, we have to give Angry credit for this. Chris got it. Chris got it. It's Christopher and Sarah. What the hell is that? So congratulations, Christopher. Mr. and Mrs. Colt were also known as Christopher and Sarah. So congratulations. And I also want to thank Angry out there for sending in this question of the day. So you are today's tactical pop quiz winner. I'm sure you know what to do, but just in case, head on over to dailygunshow.com/pop quiz. Put your first, second, and third choice just in case, and congratulations.
Oh, and let's just say over on the YouTube side, a couple people got the right answer, but too late, man. You got the YouTube lag. Gun Channels is just better for the chat. But anyways, Mr. Chris, that makes you today's tactical hot shot of the day.
Ooh, he's channeling.
I love B and Z. I don't know if you guys know that, but that's one of my favorite parts when Z is not here.
Yeah, we noticed.
I cracked myself up.
For a moment, I thought he was here.
No, I don't even. He doesn't even have that much gravitas.
Gotcha. So thanks for hanging on with my foible of the earlier tactical pop quiz, but we do have a winner, and congratulations. So as far as the daily subjects, where do you guys want to go to next?
Oh, geez. Well, it's going to be tough as far as also, not having the tactical quiz for the weekly thing. So
yeah.
I mean, well, I guess before we get into some of our daily stuff, let's do what we like to do between the second and third segment of the show, and that is, promote some stuff. So, limited time run here is the 6th generation of Gun Channels patches. There's an Indiegogo campaign going on right now. And it's pink ones and orange ones. There's only like 5 each of those or something. And then the regular Gun Channels, like the black and white, turns out that it's going to be glow in the dark, which is totally awesome. You can get the link all over on Gun Channels on the main page. There is one. I'll drop one in here in a minute. I should have done that earlier, but I'm not prepared for this kind of stuff.
So you're saying if somebody goes to gunchannels.com, it will be right there on the main page?
That is what I am saying.
That is all they have to do to get that wonderful patch.
Well, I'll drop a link here in a little bit also. But yeah, it's really awesome. Basically, they're having a set of patches made for going down to NRA show. Pink and Marco, they wanted some, so they're facilitating that. And then G-Web's decided to make a few extra and make them available to the general public. So you can get in on that and help support, gun channels and all the good stuff.
Now, since Mr. Z did happen to get in here, I'm thinking I'd like to give him a bite at the apple.
Thank God.
On our topic of top 10 bad guy guns.
Top 10 bad guy guns?
Yeah,
this is our entertainment segment for the week. So
are associated with bad guys. And I one example I gave earlier was AKs. AKs are almost constantly put on the team of whoever the bad guys are.
The Gary, what's his face? The guy that always dies. Gary Oldman's gun in The Fifth Element, like the Zorg ZF1 or whatever it is.
I was gonna say that too. I actually thought of Fifth Element, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do sci-fi stuff. But yeah, that gun could do everything, right?
They never ask about the little red button. They never ask about the little red button.
And I dropped a link to the Indiegogo there, and Vroomtastic. Yes, there are orange ones. Get the orange ones.
Yes.
I think there's like 5 left.
Yeah. Right.
There was until somebody else got a set of all 3.
It was a very limited run, so get them while they're there.
You can get the set of all 3, or you could get individually. So I think there was like 10 sets of 3 and then 5 by themselves. So there's 15 total.
I think you are correct. Yes.
There should be some available left, and if there's not, sorry, buddy, because I got all my 3.
Okay, Moon's out there, and he's going to say the Beverly Hills Cop 3 gun. I'm going to say the gun from Beverly Hills Cop 2 that smoking hottie shot, because it was the cut down blah, 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 that the Beverly Hills Gun Club made specific bullets for that gun, and I can't even think of what it is right now. But just the fact that Red Sonja was in a skirt firing that gun was reading enough to be bad.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because then they could track the case, because it's like only 2 people make this case ever. And yeah, I remember that whole thing.
Exactly, because literally nobody makes this. This is not an actual round or whatever.
So
somebody had to
Wildcat round. It's a
pretty much
Wildcat.
Yep.
So are you saying Sean's the bad guy from Beverly Hills Cop?
Which Sean? Wait, which Sean?
The reloading Sean. The Ponery.
Oh, man, you haven't figured out that he says Sean Ponery, but that's because he's making fun of James Bond. It's probably actually like Blofelder or something to that effect. Honestly. You never put 2 and 2 together? Like, he's a good guy, except for when he's not.
Well, I like Sean, so I don't think he's a bad guy.
Well, you don't have to think that you don't have to not like the guy to think he's a bad guy. Like, I like the guy, I think he's all right. That doesn't make him, not
you
trying to take over the world.
You also think he's a bad guy?
Well, what if I think he's trying to take over the world? Come on, man. Get with the times.
But we're talking about the guns the bad guys have, not the bad guys.
Okay, well, in that case, big bore revolvers.
Right?
Sean has big bore revolvers.
Wait. The Mac-10 with the silencer that John Travolta had right before he got shot in Pulp Fiction getting up off the toilet. Then he left it on the counter, and that's like right when Bruce Willis, like the Pop-Tart pops. He opens the door having still read the whatever he was reading while he was on the shitter, and then that's when Bruce Willis lights him up in Pulp Fiction. You remember that part, right? No? Nobody?
I need to watch that movie again.
Dude, yes.
Yeah.
So okay, so that I don't know if that's my second or third gun, but that's a couple few.
Yeah, well, we probably did.
Oh, the man with the golden gun, and yes, Mac-10. You are right, Angry. That's what I thought it was a Mac-10. And yes, the man with the gold gun, Scaramanga's gun from James Bond, definitely a bad guy gun. Iconic, even. He makes it out of a lighter and a cigarette pack. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything out there that
There's
just.
apparently a double-barreled 1911 in the newest James Bond movie.
Man,
Really?
you know, I watched that. I just watched Spectre, and I just watched it not that long ago, and I don't remember it, but I'm sure there was.
So you're calling the Buzz Bombs Gaming and Guns a liar? That's what you're doing right
I
now.
said it's probably there. Did you not hear what I said?
No, you said I don't remember it, so therefore it's not there. So therefore BBG.
No.
is a liar.
I said I don't remember it, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't there. That's exactly what I said.
He's a dirty
Rewind the
liar.
tape. Rewind the tape, man.
A phrase I like to say a lot here on the Daily Gun Show is words matter.
Yeah, words hurt. Oh wait, no, we don't say that around here.
No, we don't say that at all.
I will agree with you.
We're not
Words matter.
snowflakes, eh?
I'm just giving my buddy a hard time. Come on,
Oh, it's all good. It's
lighten
all good.
up.
Exactly. Lighten up, Francis. If any one of yous touches my stuff, lighten up, Francis. Okay, come on. Another bad guy gun. Another bad guy gun. Well, what did you guys name? So, like, I don't rename them or
Pretty
something.
much the same things, right? It was like
Oh.
the MAC-10, the AK, the Uzi. I said
Glock 7.
Beretta use any large caliber revolver.
Oh, the gold single action revolver that I think the Wing Kong used in the movie Big Trouble in Little China, right before they're having the Chinese standoff in the alleyway. The one dude, he's got like the bandoleros of bullets. He's got the two golden revolvers. Like that's semi iconic. The gold AK from the bad guy in Lord of War, another good one.
Hey, how about the silent shotgun from No Country for Old Men?
Oh, now there you go. Now, is he really a bad guy? Yes, he is a bad guy.
Yeah,
He is a bad guy. No, he is a bad guy.
that's right. And you also saw a lot of Uzis and mini Uzis in that one.
I like the guns from the gangsters in Chappie, where they're like painted like bright yellows and greens and blues and stuff.
Right.
I still haven't seen
Those
that
are
one,
pretty
Maggie.
cool.
Do I need to see that one?
Yes, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll take your word for it.
Did you like this 9?
Oh yeah, I love the prawns.
Yeah, it's just like that.
Okay, then I'll watch it.
I was gonna say, did you like Short Circuit?
Johnny Five is alive. I even watched the part 2.
Part 2's better than part 1, but it's like
Morelli Sheedy.
it's like Short Circuit, but a little more adult themed, because he's out there like shooting people and stuff instead of just like whatever. But yeah, it's the whole like consciousness and robots and what is life and stuff. It's good.
Short Circuit, I learned to hate. I got it from my nephew one Christmas, and he must have watched it like 7 or 8 times that day. And that's back in the old days where you only had one TV and one VCR. And he literally wore that.
You just made me think of something, Bob. Sorry, Z, but let me just get this out real quick. It's the shoulder thing that goes up from Short Circuit, because the robots
laser thing?
that didn't get struck by lightning. They were the bad guys because they were trying to kill Johnny Five, and they had the shoulder thing that went up.
They did.
Right, shoulder-mounted laser gun.
I want to say the 45 long slide with laser sighting from Terminator, the hardballer.
Did he say how many watt it was?
No, that was the what was it? 40-watt range. He was looking for a pulse rifle.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the 40-watt range.
Only way, hey, only what we have on the shelf, okay, buddy?
Oh, then you got to count that Spaz 12.
No, you got to give me some reference for that. Yeah, there you go. Phase plasma rifle in the 40-watt range. Thank you, Angry. That's what.
Yeah, didn't he have that in Terminator? Didn't he have a Spaz 12? And an AR 180, wasn't it?
He did have an AR-180.
Oh man, I want an AR-180 so bad.
Should we just keep talking about it?
This did until a little bit ago, and now I have to have it.
Nice. I like that.
Do you really feel that way?
I would rather have a
I
Snyder
do really
Hawk.
feel that way.
Because on gun channels, I don't necessarily hear a lot of love for the 180, and I'm not sure
Really?
why.
I've
you've never
always
heard
heard some interest.
You've never heard G-Webs talk about his? Before he sold it? Oh, he loved that gun.
It just sounds like such an awesome idea. It's like one of those things I don't get why, like, it didn't catch on and the AR-15 didn't. Like, it seems like it's so much cooler.
Yeah, well, it's basically press
Well,
steel, eh?
I mean, one got the advantage of being supported by the military in its evolution, and the other one didn't.
I'm
Oh,
with
yeah.
Smegs in that I do want one. I know that. Whether I ever get one or not, that'll be the thing.
Yeah,
Now,
I really
a
wanted to
question
get one,
to anybody here: what's a used one or a DPMS patterned one running for these days?
What's a DPMS AR-180? I don't think that's a thing, is it? Oh, wait a minute. Did you see what Sean put out there? I think Sean wins. Sean
Ooh,
on
look, a bunny.
yeah.
What-
Sean Bain on the gun channel side. I think he just won
88 Magnum.
because it goes
Johnny?
through schools. My mother hung me on a hook once. Bob, you've never seen Johnny Dangerously? Do you not know what we're talking about?
Johnny
Michael
Dangerously,
Keaton.
is that a cartoon?
No.
Johnny Danger? No, I don't think I did. Well, was
You-
it? No.
If you ever get a chance, you should watch it. It's a great gangster movie. It's kind of a spoof, or it is a spoof. But Michael Keaton, that super hot redhead from Taxi, Joe Piscopo's in it. Lots of people that you would recognize. But yeah,
Oh,
the bad guy, one of the bad guys in the movie, gang members. It's an 88 Magnum. It shoots through schools because that's how bad of a person he is.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? If you saw him say it, you would totally get it. I'm doing a pretty dead on impression of it right there. So
Okay, man, I'll check it out. That's a good one.
So
Yes.
if I can take us off topic just for a couple of minutes, but it's not. It's still on guns. Is so getting back to the AR-180. I know I'm familiar with the 308 and its capabilities, but the 180 itself, as far as distance, what are its capabilities?
Well,
In that
it's
platform.
a 223, right? So it's basically the
Yeah.
same as an AR-15.
or 5.56.
Made differently? Yeah. It's
Maybe it has a standard longer barrel than a carbine or whatever, but yeah.
it's basically, I guess, made out of pressed steel like an AK would be, but it's kind of works like an AR-15. So it's almost like somebody put two of them together and mated them.
Well, it has a longer barrel.
It doesn't have the buffer tube and all that stuff, so it's got
Exactly.
a folding stock, and it's cool. And I'm just looking.
It-
Prices are
its
all over
mags
the
are-
place, so
Exactly.
I have no idea.
And its mags are proprietary as well. Proprietary.
Yeah, but I heard you can just cut a notch in an AR.
I
mag.
heard somebody say Dremel that son of a bitch too. I heard somebody say that.
But,
We may have even heard the same person say that.
But that's why there are two different patterns. There's the AR pattern and there's the DPMS pattern, AR-180.
There is?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I mean, there is no mill standard for an AR-180.
But there was only one company that built the AR-180 other than when it got bought from what's Stoner, and
So
then
it's either Armorlight or a Sterling, right?
yep.
Yeah, they
And-
make it out of plastic.
Well, again, I may be misunderstanding it, but I thought it was Armorlight/Sterling or DPMS, which is a slightly different design, but only to make it so that the parts are not interchangeable.
Well, I don't see anything about DPMS. I searched AR-180 on Gunbroker, and not a single one of them says DPMS. So I'm not familiar with that. But these things, I mean, there's some of them for $800-900. There's some of them for $1,700-1,800. I'm not quite sure the difference. Maybe just condition or something. Seems like the scopes are almost $1,000.
What some guy's hoping some poor sucker will pay. You know that, Smeggy.
Well, I think it's the ones that
or the amount of stuff that they have.
Because there's a scope all by itself for $950. So this one that has a scope plus all the other stuff, the gun and the scope, and that's $1,900. So it could be that 900 of that is the scope and 1,000 of it is the rifle.
Yeah, it kind of sounds that way.
And maybe these other ones that don't have the scope are the ones that are selling for $700-800.
That would be.
Could be the difference. But anyways.
So you are seeing them on Gunbroker though.
Yes.
They're the Armalite.
Yes.
Variation. Okay. I'll have to check that out.
You should, Dan. Do your research.
Yeah, I got too much stuff on the wish list / need list right now. Some of it non-gun related. Like I need a new phone.
What, you trying to be on a list, Smeggy? What?
And a new truck.
What?
Well, I'm trying to send away 2 long guns, and if I could get 1 long gun in return, that would be just dandy.
Well, it seems
like nice. There you go, Sean, killing it again. The Gatling guns from Josie Wales. Good job.
Oh yeah.
Even though I be a traitorous, lying, no good, blah 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 blah, and then they light them up. And let's see. So have we done top 10 bad guy guns, or do we want to keep going on?
No, I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we should do to the movie of the day. I think.
Oh, geez.
I'll let the host of the show decide where we're going next, and that's not me.
Let's do movie of the day.
Nice.
Well, I say that because I'm getting close to my got to go make the donuts moment. So.
Yep, that's all right. It's a seamless transition, man. We're gonna take off here.
Yep. For the moon, Alice, to the moon.
So yeah, movie of the day. This is a good one.
Yeah.
He says not knowing what the movie of the day is.
Michael Douglas.
Falling Down.
Robert Duvall.
Oh, that is a good movie.
Man has been pushed beyond his limits.
Well, let's set the background a little bit. Okay, he's a defense contractor, right? That has been not quite of retirement of his 20 or whatever, but let's just say it's also during the downsizing of U.S. bases and the economic downturn for defense contractors is kind of hit a lull right now. And then basically you got Michael Douglas having a pretty bad day. He pretty much gets fired from his job. His ex-wife doesn't really want him to go to his kid's birthday party. Robert Duvall, is it Robert Duvall's last day or something like that before he does retire or something like that? Like, Robert Duvall's a detective, and like he is literally 1 day or 2 days or whatever away from retiring. And he gets this partner and everything. And yes, it is Falling Down, Angry American. And basically, it's just all of the shenanigans that ensue on his way home. When his car, or when traffic gets so far backed up on the road. That's what it was. Bumper to bumper traffic. And he just gets out of his car and leaves it. And,
see, I don't remember all that stuff you were talking about. I didn't know he was a defense contractor, this, that, and the other. I just remembered some dude who snapped because of traffic. And then...
was it because... But he had a box next to him. Was it because he quit or got fired?
I think he got fired or laid off.
Remember he had that cardboard box of his personal stuff from his office?
Yeah, well,
the car?
What he was saying. It was a downturn in the contractors, and he got laid off after 20 years. Or fired or whatever.
I just want to say, can we virtually just virtually raise your hand if you have been to the pawn shop that he went to when he was looking and went into the back room.
Record.
Let the record show I am virtually raising my hand.
Yeah,
Record.
yeah.
Record.
Who was the guy working the pawn shop? Smart guy.
I don't know. Some dude.
Uh-huh. Some dude, huh?
Some dude, yeah. I don't know.
I'm a frog.
What time did he try and go get his breakfast?
I don't have any idea.
Yeah, okay.
Listen, you can call me out on all the facts and stuff, but I've been there. It's cool.
No, I know you haven't. That's awesome, actually.
Screw you for trying to piss in my Cheerios.
Well, I might be a good shot, but that is a pretty long way, so you got to give me credit for trying. Excellent movie.
But anyways, yeah, it's a good one.
It came out at a time when stuff started to get back to being a little bit dark and realistic and stuff like that.
Well, and like wasn't it, you know, gangs were kind of at a hype and everything. Like there was, you know, a lot of gang violence and stuff, and that's the whole thing, right? He's going through like a bad neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
And,
well,
people keep messing with him, and he's really just like, I just want to get home, dude. Like, I don't want to deal with all this crap.
And also when after he's dealt with all that and he walks across the golf course and that stupid old man is dumb enough to hit a golf ball at him after he's already been having a bad day. Yeah, definitely a good movie. 2 thumbs up. If you haven't watched it, I mean, it's kind of dated time-wise or whatever, but as far as the story that goes, nah, it's good. It's good. And if it didn't win Oscars, it should have. It got robbed, basically, if it didn't.
Yeah, it was.
And Colt 97Z, yes, G-Wibs did do a video, or 2 even, from that shop. Correct.
All right.
Virtually
from the area.
You were standing next to G-Webs while he was making that video.
Nice.
Humble brag.
Nice. Excellent. So you were part of the production company, is what you're saying.
What's that?
You were part of the production company, is what you're saying.
Yes, I was. Yeah, that was a good California vacation, hanging out with G-Webs and all the other California people. Ring of Fire tour, all that.
So you got to hold his coffee when he shot videos, huh?
Since we're running such a tight show, I'll take this opportunity to say, have a good show, all, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you, Dano.
Take care, Dano. Be safe out there, buddy.
Thanks for all you do, buddy.
This bud's for you.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
so,
that's,
It said end broadcast. I better say continue.
all right.
I don't know what
you
he's
might not be able to jump out. Is that what you're saying? Is it possible you could just leave your computer running while you go to work?
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
All right, that sounds like a plan.
Because when I hit continue, it just put me right back in here. It's like, no, you can't leave. So
that's good to know for the future. It is being kind of weird since you know, we have 2 people signed in on the same account.
Quiet. It does give the options.
Yes.
For starting and stopping these. So.
Right.
And now we know if you leave the chat, you got to be careful.
Yes.
Great responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility.
You got that right, Peter Parker. All right. So, Bob, what do you think of Falling Down?
2 thumbs up for sure. Love that movie.
Excellent. Smeggy, lay it on us.
2 absolutely practically was in the movie thumbs up.
Oh, nice. Reaching, but very nice.
I mean, I practically was in the movie. I was at
you were
filmed there.
You were literally 20 years late, but you were in the right spot, just at the wrong time.
And for the record, we asked the guy, they do not have, you know, a basement or a back room like
the back room.
That was filmed at a different location. Or maybe the guy just thought we were narcs and he wasn't going to show it to us. But.
Right? He's like, no, you didn't kill enough Nazis. You ain't going back there.
But he seemed pretty cool. I bet you would have showed
Jimmy's out there. He gave it 4 thumbs. I don't know where the other 2 thumbs are coming, but Jimmy had 4 thumbs for it. That's awesome. Well, that's the gun movie of the day, Falling Down.
That is the gun movie of the day. So,
Healthy tip, drink more water. You should drink. The majority of people on the planet are chronically dehydrated. Drink more water, preferably clean water.
I have to agree with that. I personally like mine to be distilled with a bit of barley flavor, but
There you go.
yeah, water is good for you and stuff. And I still like my tip from the other day where, let's say you have a 2-liter of pop at your house and you want to drink some of that. Fill up a glass of water first, and then when you drink the water, you can fill it up with pop. And since, you're lazy, you don't feel like going back downstairs to get another glass to put pop in or water. It's like you have to finish the water before you can start pouring in the pop.
you shouldn't drink 2 liters of pop anyway. Stuff will kill you.
Okay, well, other than you shaming me for my life choice, just drink water beforehand.
Water's okay, Smags. Soda's okay. Just you shouldn't drink too much. That's all. Just like booze, you shouldn't drink too much booze either. Bob just don't care. That's all.
Yeah, it's going to be a
It's
cold
not
day
booze,
when
it's
Bob
beer.
is giving me tips on what
Hey,
to and
it's
what not to
beer.
drink.
That's not like it's booze. It's beer. It's what the Vikings drank. Look at those
No,
guys.
that's what they
Drinking drink.
But whatever.
Well, most people in Europe used to drink beer because you couldn't drink the water.
All right, so that was the healthy tip of the day.
Yeah, I guess it was. Well, I guess we go.
Wait a minute. We have a earth-shattering question. Do they sell 2 liters of Faygo?
Yes, they
What?
do.
What?
2 liters of
Actually,
what?
they used to sell 3 liters of Faygo
I remember
at the
those
dollar
big,
store.
huge monstrosities. It's called diabetes.
Yeah, now that shit would go flat by the end of the night. So
Yeah.
I only ever got them when, I actually had people coming over where it's like, we're going to open it and we'll drink the whole thing by the end of the night because there's 5 of us or whatever. But, yeah, they did
What
do
is
that.
Faygo?
And then they switched over to like some other off-brand at the dollar store, and that was gross. And I've never seen a 3-liter since of Faygo.
What is Faygo?
Oh,
Never heard of it.
it's a Detroit-based soda pop company. And they have the regular flavors, cola and root beer and all that stuff, but they have like red pop, orange, rock and rye, moon mist, which is kind of like Mountain Dew, moon mist blue, which is the better one, which I'm drinking right now, berries with a real kick. I don't know what kind of berries, but there's berries in here apparently. And all sorts of cream soda. Oh, their cream soda is amazing. They have cotton candy flavored, pineapple. That's gross. Pineapples are
I
gross.
remember as a kid, you could go to A&W and you could get a gallon jug of root beer. Remember that my parents used to buy that once in a while, and that was just like, whoa. It was so good because it was the real root beer, real A&W root beer. That's the best root beer.
All right, gentlemen.
And Jimmy James is saying soda made famous by Insane Clown Posse.
Yes.
That is true. And I will agree with Sean, though. Says I was drinking Faygo before ICP.
Oh,
That's a true
absolutely,
statement. I was
dude.
drinking it before.
Like literally decades before they were even a band. But whatever. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah. So how about this gun of the day? Oh, I guess there's a video.
A vidya.
A vidya.
Yeah.
I'll load that up in screen share.
I'll try and throw out some links so that the audience can ride along if they so choose.
It's the Blue Zone.
But basically, this is a custom Thunder 5 shotgun revolver.
Oh, do you know what movie this was in?
What
Do
movie?
you know what movie this was in?
Not a clue. What
Well,
movie?
somebody's got to guess. I need one guess. What movie was this gun in? I'll give you a clue. George Clooney and Ice Cube are in this movie.
All right, Urban Carry. We don't need your.
Casino?
Neither of those guys were in that movie. Okay, moving along.
I thought they were in a movie where they robbed a casino.
Oh my goodness! Look at that thing.
Isn't it beautiful? In the movie, it was carried by Spike Jonze.
So is this like the?
Look at what he's carrying around while he's.
Well, that's the. Yeah, that was the 812.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my internet's all messed up. I have too many things open. So would this be like the equivalent of the judge?
Yes, but it was way before the judge, and Jimmy James out there winning. Yes, Three Kings is the movie.
Oh.
Excellent movie, by the way.
Oh, I think was that where they were in Iraq or something?
It looks like it like got squished. Like it looks too flat for what it is.
Well, you got to understand, G-Web's not a small person, right? So when you look at it,
like there's no rounded edges. It's like it's flat. It's completely flat. The frame on either side.
The frame is, and the frame might cut you.
So I mean, it looks like they took a piece of metal and squished it, and then put a cylinder on it.
Well, they had to because it shot like 510 or 410 and all that other stuff, right? Like it was the prejudged judge. Yes, C4 attached to a football. You are correct. And I guess it almost was a remake of Kelly's Heroes, but not quite. I guess it would be, sort of. Except, like, they didn't get the resistance to help them quite as much in Kelly's Heroes as they did in Three Kings. But yeah. Oh, and that's the guy.
That's the guy who made the 812 work.
Right, but I think he's also the one that developed the Thunder 5, and that's why he's in this video. And I can't remember his name, and everything G-Webs has ever told me about this guy is he's just a great freaking guy.
Yeah, genius.
But I mean, also a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
did anyone post the link to this video out in the worlds?
I did.
I can't hear in a minute because I'm sure there's good knowledge being spoken right now because he's talking like, oh, this pin goes in the thing and that's how it makes it work. And but whatever
I
he's
shared it
talking
both
about
on YouTube and on gun channels.
Oh, excellent! Because it's well worth watching. I actually checked it out when I saw it in the show notes.
And Pink Panther's out there telling us it was also in RoboCop 3 and Crank High Voltage. But the one I was referring to is Three Kings.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's an iconic bad guy gun, really. Like
no, the guy was a good guy that had it.
Yeah.
In the Three Kings, he was a good guy.
But
because he was an American, Bob. You Canadian socialist, you.
Guys, wait a minute.
Yeah, see, so this thing here clips on the other thing. You see what he's saying there? And so that's what makes it like the thing with the stuff, you know?
And it goes like this.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure he's giving some good knowledge.
It's great when Smeggy shows his technical side.
Oh, yeah, see the little thing pops out and then it slides back. Like, that's... You need the do
like a woman explaining what her car is doing.
That looks pretty cool.
It does.
Yeah, definitely. And then Angry's out there telling us that in the Wikipedia it says that there was a 4570 Thunder 5. And think about shooting 4570 out of that thing. No. Boom, go to dynamite. Yeah, right? Did you say no, Bob?
Yeah. I'm just
I'm inclined to agree with you on that. That would be something.
Am I still screen sharing?
4570 and some light.
I think you are, but it just shows your icon.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I hit the thing and then it's like it still showed up at the top, but it looked black on the bottom for me, so I didn't know if it was still working or not.
Yeah, no, we're still working. We're still live.
No, I just mean the screen share. Oh, he's got another video right after that of the same thing. This looks like more. He's got his hands on one. Oh, maybe I'll go back to screen sharing. I didn't even know. So hang on. Bear with me, folks. There is another G-Web special edition video.
Oh, darn it, the sun came out again. It was just getting nice here.
Do, 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 do. The Thunder 5.
Thunder 5 is alive.
So see this one he's got, it's all like, you know, black coated. See, that was the thing I was talking about before, the little thingamabob. You pull that up to pull it out, and
Little thingamajig, yeah.
yeah, the thing in the front that locks the cylinder in place.
Thingamajig. The whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
That is a brutish looking gun though, eh?
Oh, so that's like a safety or something on there? What's that little lever all about?
Looks like a safety.
Ambidextrous cylinder release.
No, the cylinder release is in the front. That was the thingamajig you pull forward and then the cylinder comes out. That thing he flipped, I think, is a safety because there is a little red dot on the one side. See here, I'll
Revolver with a safety? There's just something wrong with that.
go back. See this part up here, you pull that forward and then the cylinder folds out. I just use my hands as if like it was coming out of my screen. You guys can't see that. I only have a mouse that you can see. Anyway, so that's the cylinder release. I'm not sure what this is.
That doesn't look that big though.
Says the guy that's 4'7".
Yeah, see, it even said there's an S on top right before he clicked that up. So yeah, there is a safety on it.
Huge hands. I've got huge hands. You should see them. I'm holding up to the camera. Oh my God, they're huge.
S, F, and there's a little red dot. So yeah, that's kind of annoying. I have a safety on a revolver. There might be a certain reason for that, for whatever reason that is.
Red alert, red alert, red alert.
What?
Dano's camera's on, but I don't think Dano's there.
Oh.
Dano, if you can hear us.
I think he left. Can we like turn off his camera?
He did, or somebody did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Inception.
weird. Oh, there. So he's. Oh, see, we need to go back to the video. He showed some stuff for size comparison.
Like his LCR, right? Yeah, it's 357 LCR.
Where'd my mouse go? Hang on, guys. I want to go back to when he's holding it up. Yeah, you know, this ain't the best production. Whatever.
Technical expertise. But if you don't like what we're doing, oh yeah, look at the difference, huh?
God damn it! Why is my thing's like lagging? So it's like pausing and then playing and. So anyway, so that's the Thunder 5 in his hand.
Yes, it's not that big.
And there you go. So yeah, I mean it's not that
It's
bad.
much larger than the LCR. Bob.
Yeah, but an LCR is tiny. An LCR is tiny.
Yeah, it's not that much bigger.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to carry it around on my hip.
It's about the same width other than the cylinder, but I mean like the frame itself looks the same.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah, go to the link for the gun channel or the gun websites and check out the video here because like I said, I'm sure he's talking about stuff. It's got, you know, it's an interesting like gutter sight kind of thing, right? So I don't know. Yeah, it looks cool. It's a cool gun of the day.
For sure.
Absolutely. What do we got left, Chief?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think we've got anything left.
You think I'm supposed to be like running this thing or something?
Well, one thing we do like to do before the end of the show is like to let everybody know on Gun Channels and YouTube what we do have on Gun Channels today or tonight or tomorrow. So we should have Never Enough Ammo coming up here shortly with his Wednesday chat. Other than that, I don't know that anybody else. We Like Shooting was having one. I'm not sure that if they still are. I do know. I think Early Watch changed. I don't know that it's every day like it was, so
No,
I don't want to say that they're going to be on tomorrow. But I
Yes,
thought that
Early Watch has changed to Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11:30 Eastern for at least the foreseeable future. Jimmy just got other stuff going on, and it is what it is. So
right.
I
Nope,
think
I
there were
can
talks of
accept that.
maybe sharing an account or something, and then other people running it or whatever. I don't know if that's going down or what, but it may possibly come back to every day. But as of right now, it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which is still pretty awesome. And the days it's not on, normally, Night Striker Sean or someone puts up a lobby. It's not as organized, but at least it's people talking mostly about guns.
True
So I got that. I believe We Like Shooting's doing their double tap tonight. I think I saw that.
They
in my
usually
feed
do
earlier.
it. That's when they usually do it, is on the Wednesday, right?
Right. Their main show's on Monday. And this is not really on Gun Channels tonight, but what the heck? I'm going to give them a shout out because I do like the show, is The Shooter's Mindset. They're
Nice.
a lot
Good
more
guy.
competition oriented. They have a lot of USPSA shooters or people who make 3-gun rifles or whatever, but they get some pretty damn good guests. And
Oh, absolutely.
they're good peoples.
Yep.
I met Anthony, talked to him for like 5 minutes one time. He seemed nice.
Seems like a pretty all right dude.
Yeah. In fact, this is completely random. So what the heck was I watching the other day? Oh my God, what was I
Do you
watching?
really want me to guess? I mean,
No, yeah, it was okay. So it was gun related. It was anti-gun. Oh no, okay, it was like top 5 like hacks that you won't believe or something stupid, right? It was one of those stupid clickbait type things on YouTube. And one of the things was like, you can make your own, like, it's perfectly legal to make your own full auto in the US. Here's some freaking British guy telling us what you can do in the US. And he's like, see,
Just
you
trying to
can
make
make
more
stuff at home, which first off is like, no, you can't. You still have to follow the NFA. What he was kind of getting at was like the 80% lowers or whatever, right? Like, you can make your own gun for your own personal use and not have it serial number and all that stuff. But when he got to that segment, it was a picture of Anthony from The Shooter's Mindset in his performance, like his whatever, his jersey and stuff, like his competition stuff. It had all his sponsors and everything, and he was like rounding the corner with his gun in his hand type of thing. Like, it was an action shot. And I was like, holy crap, I know that guy. So they used him as the thumbnail for when they were talking about being able to make your own guns.
Totally stole his content.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if it's a publicly available picture, I don't know exactly how that works. Just for it's not like they showed a video or anything. It was just a picture.
I know. I'm just disparaging the anti-gun.
Yeah,
rhetoric.
it wasn't even anti-gun. It was just ignorant gun content. Because, like I said, the other ones were like, you can put your batteries in the freezer and they last long. Like, it was really weird. Like, whatever. Like, I bet you didn't know this. Like, one of those type of videos.
Wow.
But that completely got us off a topic. But it's just interesting. So that's on tonight. Like I said, it's not on Gun Channels. I don't know. Maybe if you watch the show and you comment on YouTube, be like, hey, how come you guys aren't on Gun Channels? If you know of any other podcasts that are gun related and cool that you participate in a lot, like, maybe shout out to them. Be like, have you guys ever checked out Gun Channels? It's a cooler way to interact with your audience. And maybe we can get some more, shows coming on over to Gun Channels and using the platform. But anyways, so that is Gun Channels today.
Nice. I would also like to thank our new subscribers. I noticed we had 274 the other day. I looked down, we got 277. So I would definitely like to thank the people that have subscribed to the to Daily Gun Show over on YouTube. Some of the members of the panel have more subscribers than the Daily Gun Show does, but now that the Daily Gun Show is only on its own channel, we're trying to get the subscribership up and everything like that. So if you do have time, please, go over there, give us a thumbs up, punch the subscribe button. We definitely appreciate it. Any questions or anything like that you do have, just send that to dailygunshow@gmail.com. Share, like, and subscribe. Also, we've been trying to work on our Instagram presence with the hashtag Daily Gun Show. So if you end up winning any of the competitions that we do have on Daily Gun Show, or you just want to share anything, well, gun related, of course, punch that too with the hashtag Daily Gun Show. And we will try and go through those as they come.
Yeah, maybe in like the weekly wrap up or something, we can spend some time and be like, these are the new things that were posted this week.
That's right. And
or something, or favorite pictures or whatever.
Yeah, and again about the subscribing to the Daily Gun Show, you got to remember, guys. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, there's more stuff we can do with the show. So let's get us there. It shouldn't be that hard. We should have enough people just that listen to gun channels and everything else. So the other shows that are out there, hey, you want to push it for us and tell people go subscribe to us. Other than that, I don't know. We got anything else, guys?
We never did gun shop of the day. Is there one in there? I don't have that.
No, there is not. So Schmeggy, you're gonna have to give me one of yours.
All right. Yeah. What was that one called?
Technically, you could make it up. I wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, that's true, but I want to be accurate. Trying to think, so I've done some locally before. I kind of like the ones when I've been traveling, but what the heck, I'll do a local one. So there is Center Mass in Livonia, Michigan. It's outside Detroit a little bit. It's in the suburbs. It's a really cool range. It's more of a range than a shop, but they do sell guns and accessories and stuff there. All the people are super nice. Like, you know how normally you have like kind of that, cranky guy behind the counter type thing at a gun shop. I haven't met one of them yet when I was there. In fact, last time I was in there, there was a younger kid. He was helping someone buy a gun, waiting for him to fill out the 4473 and stuff. But we started talking like gun laws or whatever, and he was like super knowledgeable about all the bills that were going on and all the stuff I like to nerd out about. And we ended up talking for a while. And then I was like, well, I'll let you get going. I was waiting for a range, to open up because it does get pretty busy on the weekends. So anyways, we talked for a little bit or whatever, and then I let him go. But really, really nice people. Like I said, they don't have a lot of stuff though, right? So they have like 5 or 6 rifles on the wall behind the counter, and they have like 3 glass cases that have handguns in it. And that's all they have for firearms. So I wish they had like more stuff. And actually the showroom type area is like pretty big, and they have a couple little like end caps with like cleaning material or like a couple holsters or something. Like they could have more stuff in there, definitely. So I think they make most of their money off the range or teaching classes or whatever, so they don't maybe care that much about the retail side. But if you want to check them out, they're cool people. They used to be even cooler. So this is a little bit of negative for them. They used to have 5 lanes for paper, like your normal, put it on the track and send out, you hit the button and it goes out or whatever. And then they had 5 lanes that were steel targets. They had a couple dueling trees. They had like a plate rack that was pneumatically, like the plates would pop back up kind of randomly. And they had some like hostage targets where you shoot the thing next to the guy's head and it goes around to the other side. But the downside of that is you had to buy frangible ammo, which was more expensive. And then, it just not as many people used it. So what they decided to do was basically get rid of it. And that way they have now 10 lanes of paper targets. So it was one of those things, it's like there'd be, 10 people in the store and 5 of them are waiting for the paper range and no one's using the steel range. So they're like, oh, we could be making more money if we let people shoot on this other side also. Because it's like 2 separate rooms. But I thought it was a really cool idea having those steel targets. Because you could rapid fire and you could shoot anything you could see, you could shoot at. So you could, like, especially if there was no one else in there, I would run the whole plate rack, which went the whole length of all 5 lanes. And then you'd run it and then wait for it to pop up. Like the second one pops up, you try and shoot it real quick. Then the fourth one pops up, you shoot it real quick. The first one pops up, you shoot, then the second one pops up again. You're like, what the heck? Like that one popped up twice before the 5th one even popped back up. So you never knew which one was going to pop back up. So it was really, I thought it was really useful as far as, quick target acquisition and everything.
Like whack-a-mole with a gun.
Exactly. That's exactly. Or, I mean, I would even do, like, if there were other people, although you couldn't shoot, like, diagonally or whatever, it's kind of rude to shoot the target right in front of, like, the other person who's in the other lane. So if there were, I would just shoot the one right in front of me. I'd, like, shoot it and go down to low ready and then just wait for it to pop back up. It might be a second later. It might be 30 seconds later. So you're just kind of sitting there, and then it pops up, bring the gun up, fire, go back down. And sometimes it popped right back up right after you hit it. So it's like your gun's barely down, it's back up. So you're like, oh crap, gotta go back up again. So
yeah, that would be good exercise.
I thought it was awesome. I'm kind of bummed that they got rid of it, but I understand from their point of view, they were like losing money because people would be like, I don't want to wait, and I don't want to spend $25 for a box of frangible ammo. So then they go someplace else. I just wish they would have we need more people, like we need more range space. Like just build another range and still have the steel. Like it'd be awesome if they had 10 lanes of paper and 5 as steel like that. That would have been cool, but maybe they just, didn't have that in their budget to set up.
Okay.
So I don't know. Cool place.
Good shop for the day.
Yep. Gun shop of the day, Center Mass in Livonia.
All right. So I guess we're about on time. So let's wrap this one up with our quote of the day. This one will be by Clint Smith. But first, I just want to mention and remind everybody, please subscribe, share, and like our videos. That helps us get the word out. And so anyway, don't shoot fast, shoot good. There you go. Thanks, everybody, for watching and listening. We'll see you all tomorrow.
It's 11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam and Truth Until Dawn. Right now, we got a message to our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. It's another day closer to freedom.
John has a long mustache.
Yeah, John's long. I forgot about the part. And this is your song. Oh, well, regular militia, the necessary to secure your free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms.